The Storm by Jakira Black. I am alone, and I am scared. I clutch the arm of the sofa as the wind howls outside, shaking the tower block. Great birthday this turned out to be. No dinner, no girl. Looking down at the tattered piece of paper in my hand, I run my finger along the faded pencil drawing of a girl's face. I was so looking forward to seeing her again after all these years. Thunder rumbles overhead, and a moment later I hear the crash of something breaking in the tower's hallway. I see a flash of light coming under the front door of my flat. Great. I stand up. That sounded like lightning. If it struck inside the tower, there could be a fire. I walk over to the door and put my hand on the handle. It's cold. Ryan, are you in there? Someone knocks on the door. Ryan, it's me, Lily. When you didn't come to the restaurant, I was worried. I had to find you. I unlock the door and open it. Oh, Ryan, I'm glad I found you, she smiles. Can I come in? How did you? Your friend was at the restaurant. He drew me a map of how to get it. My friend? Who? I can't help staring at her and hardly hear her responses. Can I come in? What? I notice smashed glass scattered along the hallway floor and rain coming through the now missing window. What happened? Did you see? I look back at her. Are you all right? You weren't hurt, were you? I feel a gust of wind so strong I struggle not to be blown back into my lounge. I grab the door frame. I'm fine, she says. Or I will be once you allow me to enter your home. Something bangs into the wall by my lounge window, and glancing over, I think I see someone flying past it. I shake my head. It's getting too dangerous to stay here. The storm is getting stronger. I think we should find somewhere safer until it's over. She smiles, her teeth glowing white in the dimming electric light. You coming out here works for me. She reaches out her hand towards me, but her fingers don't pass the doorway. Come outside with me. Bits of paper and an empty drink can roll down the corridor. A flap of peeling wallpaper shudders and twists in the wind, but nothing about Lily moves. Not one long hair on her head, not the hem of a dress, not even the floaty scarf she has around her neck. I am struggling to stay on my feet in this wind, and she doesn't even seem to feel it. It's almost as if the wind is stopping as it reaches her, flowing around her and not touching her. Come on, she says. What are you waiting for? I don't know. Rain blasts through the broken window, splattering the walls and me, but she stays dry. What do you mean you don't know? Her eyes narrow. Either you're coming out here and we'll go somewhere else, or I should come in. I don't want to stay in this hallway. She bites her lip. I'm frightened. But she doesn't sound frightened, and she definitely doesn't look it. If anything, she seems to be almost relishing the storm, enjoying it. I shriek as a bolt of lightning hits the wall outside. Are you frightened of the storm? She tilts her head to one side and laughs. I stare at her face. At her pale skin, which resembles the colour of snow. At her lips, which in the flickering light look blue like the sky on a spring day. And her eyes. They're the colour of rain, sort of grey, but also like a rainbow, the colours seeming to swirl as she looks at me. Come with me. I can't think. My head feels like it's full of cotton wool. All I can do is stare at her eyes, which seem to hypnotically draw me to her. I long to step through the doorway into her embrace. Come with me, she urges again, a bit harsher this time, more impatient. Now! I open my mouth, about to tell her that I love her, that I will do whatever she wants, but the flickering light in the corridor distracts me. I'm going to get a torch, I say, backing away from her. I'll be back in a minute. We need a torch if the lights go out. You don't need a torch. Just come out here. I shake my head. Now, Ryan, I'm not going to tell you again. I blink. You're not going to tell me? I look away from her eyes, and almost as if I've been released, I start to question every aspect of her appearance and the way she's been tonight. And I don't like what I'm thinking. What are you, Lily? I ask. You look exactly the same as when I knew you years ago, but in some ways you've changed. You seem different, colder and strange. I've got this crazy thought going through my head. Are you? She sighs. You're going to ask me if I'm a vampire, aren't you? Why does everyone always think I'm a vampire? I look up at her. What are you then? And why do you need permission to come into my flat? I don't need permission. I was just being polite. She steps through the doorway and walks around towards me to stand in front of the window. And as to what I am, I'm Lily. She lifts her arms as the wind smashes through the windows, glass swirling around her head. I am Lilith, the storm, and I have come for you.